On July 1st, 1952, the flag was raised officially at the Chrysler Delaware Tank Plant, marking the dedication of the plant to its role in our nation's defense. Less than 12 months before, the site had been an open field. Then construction had begun. A 1 million square foot plant, tools and machinery and men to build tanks. All in the short space of 1 year, the great defense plant was complete, and the world's best medium tanks were coming off its assembly lines. The July 1st dedication was the unveiling, the delivery of the first of the tanks to the United States Army. Gathered for the dedication were 1,200 of America's leaders, from the Army, the government, the nation's press, to join with the men who made the tank to see the culmination of this work. Robert T. Keller, general manager of the tank plant, opened the ceremonies. The guests were welcomed by L.L. Colbert, president of the corporation, and by K.T. Keller, chairman of the board, who is also director of guided missiles in the office of the Secretary of Defense. The dedicatory address was the ability and striking power of the new tank. And there it was. A new medium tank, born of experience on battlefields the world over, designed by engineers of Chrysler Corporation and Army Ordnance. The first of many tanks to be delivered to the Army from this newly completed plant at Newark, Delaware. The name chosen for this great new tank honors the World War II hero who also led the first American tank battle in 1918, General George S. Patton. Fittingly, his widow christened the tank the Patton 48. Then she addressed some of her late husband's comrades in arms gathered at the tank plant. Chief of Staff General J. Lawton Collins and Generals Hodge, Bolte, Taylor, Crittenberger, Brooks, Larkin, McAuliffe, Ford, Biter-Linden, Jenkins. Backing off, the Patton 48 started its demonstration of speed, ruggedness, and maneuverability. Between 45 and 50 tons of steel, tough, but swift and agile. The Patton proved it could hurdle most any obstacle, even an 8-foot wide trench. Despite its weight and mass, the Patton 48 showed itself easy to handle, twisting through a zigzag course like a skillful broken field runner. The Patton 48 can take the elements in stride and keep on going. It proved it on this water hole, 100 feet across and 4 feet deep. Wider, stronger tracks disperse the tank's weight over a larger area to give it greater flotation in muddy or swampy terrain. Deep ditches and steep grades are no problem for the Patton 48. Its unique suspension system takes up the shock, allows the tank to cruise straight and level on rough terrain. A washboard roadbed of concrete scarcely disturbed this land battleship. Speed, size, rugged armor made matchwood of standard telephone poles. From the manufacturing building, a second Patton 48 joined in the maneuvers. Like the hull, the turret of the new Patton is cast in one piece, with sloping sides to offer better protection for the crew. It has a simple and effective control mechanism that enables it to search out and take accurate aim at targets quickly and precisely. To gun, the tank is equipped with a precision optical mechanical rangefinder that permits the gunner to train on the target rapidly and accurately. The Patton 48 can spin in its own length for maneuvering in tight spots. It's equipped with a cross-drive transmission and power steering, features to make driving easier. Following in the tracks of the first tank, the second Patton 48 climbed a 3-foot vertical wall and proceeded through the demonstration course. Tremendous power for the tank, supplied by an improved Ordnance Continental V12 air-cooled engine that develops 810 horsepower. To obtain maximum power for minimum weight and size, This engine was designed along aircraft lines, but specifically for powering tanks. Both the engine and the Pattons rangefinder are manufactured in other Chrysler Corporation plants. The new medium tank carries a crew of 4. They are the tank commander, driver, gunner, and loader. The fighting compartment provides more room for the crew than any other medium tank. Its low silhouette makes the Patton 48 hard for an enemy to find, harder still to hit. The contoured sloping hull is designed to deflect enemy fire as simply as it sheds water. This tank can deliver a potent punch, too, with its high-velocity 90mm main gun. The gun boasts a quick change feature for fast, easy removal and replacement of a worn gun tube in the field. Mounted coaxially with the main gun is a caliber 30 machine gun. Too, there is an improved caliber 50 machine gun atop the turret. For the first time on any tank, this gun can be aimed and fired from within the tank without exposing any member of the crew. In sharp contrast to the sleek new Patton 48s on display was this sturdy old warrior, the M3 of World War II. Some 10 years before, this very tank had made its own debut. It was the first tank ever built by Chrysler Corporation, and it was the feature attraction of a similar celebration at the Detroit Tank Arsenal in 1941. The M3 turned the tide at El Alamein in World War II. Its very appearance with the Patton 48 demonstrated tank progress in a brief span of years. Then, a mock attack. Firepower, speed, mobility. In the new Pattons, these important features are combined with maximum protection for the crew. And to meet any obstacle in its path, the Patton has power. Finally, from the main manufacturing building of the Delaware Tank Plant came a fleet of Patton 48s. Less than 2 years before, this tank had been merely an engineering dream. Only 11 months after ground was broken for the plant, the first tank was produced. And in a short period of time, the designing of these mighty Patton 48s was completed. In a plant that covers 21 acres beneath a single roof, 10,000 machines, fixtures, tools, and gauges were put to work quickly on this challenging job. Here was the result: a new fighting machine for America's defense. Behind this accomplishment, many factors. The experience of the men who built and operated the Detroit Tank Arsenal during World War II, who produced nearly 25,000 tanks there. The post-war tank development program, in which Chrysler and Army Ordnance engineers worked together. And two, the foundation of industry ordnance cooperation built up over the years. These are the things that made it possible to move swiftly and with precision when the chips were down. Teamwork, production, engineering knowledge developed under the free competitive American system. Our industry's contribution to our strength in peace and war. Strength symbolized here by the Patton 48.